on Sunday. So, like, my body's like, okay, this is what we're doing now. Except we never do. So it's like we should keep getting this much sleep. It's normally its damn fault, so I don't know why it's pissed at me.
Mm.
All right. Do we want to do a quick recap of what happened last time?
Yes, please.
I have some notes, but I want to see what y'all remember.
I guess I'll go. An avatar of the messenger gave us a mysterious note saying that we need to go to Crossroads. And once we were there, we found that it was stuck in 2 years and a change ago with no one there. And we left and we met up with Ray, who told us about that happened because Rebecca was trying to get rid of a demon or something and made a bad call with how she distributed her charge. And now Jason, another one of their friends, is trying to undo what she did at her ghostly behest.
Yeah, she was an entropomancer, and essentially, she gets charges through risking things. And to get the major charge, she played Russian roulette with her baby brother and killed him. She was hoping for the not killing him part.
Whoops. And now we've been trying to talk him out of this, and it's not working.
Well, at the end, he told you that he's at her house.
That's true.
Yeah, so we were going to go see him.
Yeah, she was planning on possessing him and then essentially using him to try to work another major charge by doing Russian roulette again. But with a pistol. I don't know why it never works when you do it with a pistol.
Well, I'm just going to put one round in the single chamber.
It holds 15. What are the chances?
I guess you could do it with like blanks or something. But
More bullets,
yeah, no, but you still don't want to blank that.
yeah, I mean that would still be bad.
The more bullets I put in, the better the chances that I don't shoot myself.
Yeah.
Does it have to be that lethal to get a charge?
It's one of the things for a major charge for a entropomancer is kind of reaching towards that point, because they essentially have to be able. Their whole thing is taking risks. So, if it's something that is a massive level of risk, is sort of the biggest thing. Let me just double check. This is kind of a cool thing. They're one of the ones that can actually relatively easily get a major charge. It's just it tends to be. Yeah. Okay. They're AKA body bags, chaos mages, or exploding dice. Generate a major charge. Put at least 10 people in mortal danger from your pointless gamble, like rolling the dice to see if your bomb blows up a diner. Think of it as borrowing chips from a bunch of friends to match a bet while holding a pair of deuces. Trick is, those people have to be aware of the danger. You have to be able to see or feel their absolute awareness of the moment. Everyone in that diner has to know what's going on, even if they don't understand the mystical meaning behind it. Unsuspecting people aren't enough to satisfy Mother Chaos. Or if you risk the life of someone you love who cares about you in return, along with your own, that's more than enough to count as 10 random people.
Jesus.
Yeah, so this is going to go great. We're going to be fine.
Well, it's not us. It's
that's
The good thing is,
yeah. Basically, like the other charges don't require putting other people in danger. It's just the major ones.
the good thing is we've talked him out of Plan A. The bad news is Plan B is infinitely more complicated.
I think you were trying to figure out how to get a major charge.
Oh,
my god, I forgot about that.
Max has got it. It's just going to require some work.
Are we going to make like the room? Is that going to be like
You're tearing me apart, Rebecca.
Oh, hey, Mark.
Mark, how is your sex life?
We have to recreate the room with Rebecca in it.
Why is he fucking your belly button? Have you guys have you seen the room?
Just yes. There's.
Oh boy.
Seeing it with an audience was great until we saw it with an audience that decided that there was a bunch of people who wanted to make up their own stuff to yell at,
No,
and that was less
incorrect.
fun. Okay. Yeah, I'm double checking how you do your major charge.
For mine is
yep.
basically I have to lead a person or people into a giant cliche to get them to go through it fully without them knowing they're doing it. It has to be entirely of my own division, though.
Okay. So I think we left. Y'all were headed towards her house, kind of in the middle of the area, kind of the epicenter of the area that no longer appears on any map, physical or electronic. I'll say it's... Or was there anything you want to do on the way there? Or are you going straight to...
I guess.
Oh shit! I forgot about this.
I'd say
someone
we make our way.
Someone created one of those badass character sheets.
Ooh.
For this, that has a ton of information on it. It does load up a little slowly. Just gonna pull it up. I'll have to show it to you. Well, if I can pull up. But anyway, I'm sorry, keep going.
I guess Roxy would ask if anyone has a game plan because she's at a bit of a loss right now. She doesn't deal in very, very magical things like this.
Very, very magical.
I've gotten out worse before. Just on the way there, take the long route. I'll need some time to get something set. I'm going to try to lay a whammy on Rebecca.
Okay.
She's a ghost. Ghost would
Yes.
do.
I'm going to try to whammy Rebecca. So,
But you already know her.
do I have anything that belongs to her? That's the thing. Oh, no, I don't think I can do this because my memories of her belong to me, not her. Yeah.
Like, you're going
this isn't
to
gonna
her
work.
place, which, I mean, there'll definitely be things that are hers there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's anything to do on the way there yet. I need some more stuff of hers first. But I guess I can collect some stuff. I think I take out, like, a crumpled up napkin, and I prick my finger, and I get a little bit of my blood on the napkin. And I ask the others to contribute their blood to this napkin.
Roxy looks at you weirdly and asks, why?
Alright, so here's the thing. If I can just get some blood from everyone, if I can get some shit from the house and distract her long enough, if I have enough time, I can tip the scales a little bit in our favor. The more stuff I have, the better it goes. I mean, if you don't want to bleed, I can try spit. Spit might work. I mean, it's not as good as blood, but it's better than nothing.
I think Roxy would blood. I think she would. She would totally tweet donated blood today.
I'm like, so amazing.
Amazing. Amazing. Thanks. And you, kid?
Max is just entirely lost in the fervor of the fact that he's ripped open a costume trunk in the back of the van, is currently just like waist deep in the middle of it.
All right, well, I guess I can take his enthusiasm. That'll be better than nothing. Okay. Kid, what are you doing?
Repairing, darling.
Re-
It's like what comes out of the trunk is like not the same stuttering voice he's been using this entire time. It sounds like every gay movie producer that has ever been
Oh
put
my
to
God.
film.
Yeah, like when you call me darling, I just like fucking like my face drops. Just like, 1, don't call me darling. 2, what the fuck are you doing?
Have you seen the producers?
No, I haven't.
So
Oh,
make
it's
it
so
gay,
good.
make it gay, make
Yeah.
it gay.
Maxwell's just still rooting around inside of the trunk.
Are
Yeah,
you doing something that's going to help us with Rebecca?
He kind of pops up. He's got like a faux blonde wig and like Elton John star glasses that he's managed to acquire from somewhere.
Jesus fuck.
He's just kind of leaning his chin on the trunk. He goes, darling, I'm going to save all of our cute little asses. Just you wait.
Is this a kind of joke? I turn to Maxie. I'm like, or Roxy. I keep combining your names. I turn to Roxy. I'm like, what the fuck?
Have they ever done anything like this before?
Gay movie producer hasn't come out before, but he's done this.
They've come out. Oh, you mean you?
Hey!
Oh,
It's like the only thing you know is things get weird for a while, and then Maxwell does something incredibly strange, and then things get better.
Do you think
Yeah.
that we're aware that cliches power your magic?
I'd imagine that he's doing a real good job not telling you that.
I just think he's
Because
weird.
Knowing that causes it to stop working.
Ah.
In some respect, yeah. In some respects, it'll depend. Like one of the interesting things about the fiction is, like in a lot of fiction, especially if you have characters in a role playing game start like literally spelling out. Like I was in a Promethean game very briefly online, where someone was like, "Well, I have this thing, and I can use this thing, and it's called this." I was like, "Oh, dude, that fucking killed it for me."
Yeah.
But here, like they actually know you are a cinemancer, you are this kind of stuff. They know about avatars and etc. There's a pretty decent chance that cinemancers have kind of hidden what actually drives their power, because it's super important for people not to know.
Like some of my
So
powers physically cost more if the other people around me are aware of how they function, because the universe doesn't like to be shaped if everybody understands.
Yeah. So my guess is you probably think it's something to do with movies, but maybe not having nailed down what it is, unless there's a specific reason you might.
No,
Which he's probably trying to hide quite a bit.
yeah, no, there's,
Oh, yeah.
If I had been more aware, there's something for me to say, but in the interest of not metagaming, I will refrain from saying it.
Like
I think Roxy thinks it's whenever he does like movie stuff. Like I don't think she's ever aware that that she's manipulated into doing something into doing a cliche.
All right, I guess I'll just go back to mulling over, trying to figure out how I can strengthen my magic enough to tip the scales a little bit more in our favor.
Okay, so it's not hard to tell. I mean, he gave me the address and sort of where it was and described it, but it's not hard to see because as you get there, it's like I don't know where it is right now for you. Because I think we said that last week it was happening on that day. So what, the 18th? Would have been 7 days ago. So I don't know if it's unnaturally warm for you, but it absolutely is here. So here, I mean, it's hot out and getting those. It's close to getting close to October. Still a little hot. One of them, that her house, the windows are frosted over.
Oh
As you
Jesus!
pull up.
Good side, wonderful, awesome, great.
Sixth Sense taught me anything. This is a good sign.
And this is on her house.
Yeah,
I'm going
this
to-
is where Jason's at.
All right, I'm gonna. Is the frost on the outside of the window?
No, it's on the inside.
Ah, shoot.
Maxwell climbs out of the back of the van. He's managed to pull himself together like an entire like. I'm trying to figure out like exactly how to describe this, like cocaine dealer era velour suit from somewhere.
Yeah.
Are you like a 1970s blaxploitation character? Like,
Yeah, like
or like you're about to appear in a Scorsese film about the 70s.
Jesus Christ!
Or
This
like
is my
Romeo
Boogie,
plus.
my Boogie Nights outfit. You have a guy going behind you just like throwing firecrackers. Oh, give me half a second. I'm gonna grab a drink.
So on a scale of 1 to Mercutio from Romeo plus Juliet.
And back. Okay, so you are veloured up.
it's very important, darling. Anyway,
I don't know what you're overcompensating for, but whatever.
darling, if you've seen me, you know I don't have to compensate. Just eyes over the tops of star glasses.
Kid, it's not a phase. Trust me. You don't have to, like, act it up or anything.
Oh, but I do. Anyway, that isn't important.
Roxy
I
says
mean,
again.
I guess we can agree.
Roxy asks again, "What are we doing?"
Well,
I
darling,
mean,
first you're going to let me borrow your cell phone.
Roxy looks at you like you've just slapped her in the face.
And just gives an exaggerated sigh and a hand wave. Like takes his glasses off and just puts them aside. Look, darling, you want the show tonight to go out without a hitch, right?
If you break this, I will break you. Yes?
Darling, we'll buy you a new one covered in diamonds. Just
Roxy thinks about that and is like, maybe.
I am totally
And,
feeling the. What is it? To the Germans with Pearl Harbor. Germans, he's on a roll. Just let it go.
So yeah, they hand it over.
okay, good. He's going to try he's going to half deal with the ghost situation while we're doing this, but on the other half, he's trying to make all the appropriate calls he can to make sure that like there's actually a theater or like a place to put on this performance that Roxy basically called on the town tonight.
Sorry, my guess is what you're going to do is try to find someplace like a local park district that has one of those like trailers that can come out where it's like a shell.
Yeah,
Little shell thing that pops out.
yeah, like somewhere within like the weirdness magnet that we're.
Go ahead and make your roll.
Come on, Maxie. You've got to have a skill for this. I
mean, frankly, you're the film director thing. I mean, this is the kind of stuff where you know from. Like, I mean, I know about that stuff from theater because we actually use the park districts clamshell for like Shakespeare in the Park.
Yeah, I think I'll do filmmaker unless there's another stat that would be better for this. Yeah. Hey, actually hit that.
Yeah, Get someone on the phone. It's like, yeah, Park District.
Well, we seem to have a little bit of a situation. I was promised a setup from dear. I'm trying to remember whoever the hell we talked to earlier that we managed to bullshit actually having permits from.
Sheriff Huntley.
Dear Sheriff Hutley, we were promised a little space to hold a little get-together tonight. A grand little venue, if you have it. And I've been noticing on the maps that you have just the most darling location. If we could borrow that space for 3 hours, just a little impromptu, in and out, we'll clean up after ourselves, you know, the whole deal. We would be so grateful. Yes!
All right. Yeah, we got. So it sounds like you're asking for one of the clamshells.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. We got one of those
Just-
clamshells. You want to drive it out to you,
Like they're going to bring it to me?
or do you come pick it up? We want to drive it to you.
Oh, if you could bring it to us, that would be more than marvelous.
What's the address?
I'm going to try to Google Maps a big empty space in the middle of the distortion.
Well, the problem is you can't because
Or,
nothing appears in the middle of the distortion.
Or one of the places in the distortion, wasn't there an abandoned playground that we stopped by in the middle of the distortion that had a shit ton of empty space around it?
Actually, at this point, I think what would probably be easiest is you are with, oh my God, what was his name? Let me find it. You're with Ray, I think, right? Yeah, you're with Ray. Yeah, Ray is like, yeah, I can give you her address. It's close by.
Oh, wonderful. I could just kiss you. So
Please don't.
Max fakes blowing a kiss anyway. Anyway, so 1 second. So he's gonna relay that address information so we can get one out there.
Okay. Yeah, we can have it out there around 6 o'clock.
Wonderful.
Okay, so you said you're still outside Rebecca's place. All the window panes are frosted over.
All right, so how is this going to convince the ghost to not kill him and him to not let the ghost kill him? I don't really see how this...
Well, for one thing, she'll get it when we start talking. She's forgotten one of the major tenets. You can't just fire a gun willy-nilly and hope it generates charges.
Oh?
It's all about love, darling, love. Just Max puts 2 hands in front of his heart.
Yeah, you said that on the phone, right? That she doesn't care enough about him.
Mm-hmm.
So, why are you bringing all these people into the distortion then?
Well, I didn't bring anybody. I'm just cleaning up the mess our little star made.
Excuse me?
Darling, you bring them in, I'll set them up, you knock them down. That's how we do things, and that's why you're such a wonderful performer.
Roxy frowns a second and saying, I'm not paying you to be my manager.
Darling, I do this for the love of... I do this for the love of the art.
Mm.
Okay, well, let's have part of art being not dying. That would be a good piece. I don't even know. Can we just... Okay, are we fucking going in or not?
Max just kind of walks up and daintily knocks on the front of the door.
Okay, so you walk up and knock on the door. We're going to do a quick flashback 3 years ago. You arrived at the same place, and as you parked and got out of your car, Rachel came out with her little 10-year-old brother, is kind of rushing after her, sort of.
Oh, they had to be
next to her.
10.
What?
They had to be 10.
Yeah.
Hello, bro. You hold the gun like this.
Well, yeah, you saw Ray picking him up, which means he couldn't be probably 17. and she looks at you and she's like, I know what to do now. It told me how to fix this, how to bring people back from the sickness and disease that's been wiping us out. You know that you'd heard about some of the death and such. You had, through some other friends, you had shown up and kind of found out that she was essentially trying to do some sort of fairly large ritual in this area, because you had played not too far away, and you'd heard about like the huge amount of just the sickness in this area. And occasionally you just check out things that seem supernatural, like this level outside of Chernobyl or something with like 3 Mile Island or something like that. You don't find this much cancer in sort of one area.
I think Roxy would say, and what's your plan?
There's a ritual. The thing that's causing it is a sickness spirit. Tangragor. I found out the name of it. Neglectful nurse, the burning waste, the night fever. If we kill her, this stops.
I think Roxy checks out a little bit because she's really not the one to go into details about demons and such. Looks at the other two.
Just the fact that you've immediately announced a demon is involved means Max is bound by an entire cabal of new cliche rules. Just because we've wandered into a different kind of movie.
Mm-hmm. I remember, this is the movie 3 years ago.
Yes.
Listen, thing with a name that long, with that many titles, killing it. No. Contain, maybe. Banish, possibly kill? No.
She goes, no, here's the thing. And she kind of leads you in. And the house itself, that her father, her mother had died. Her father's also been sick at the hospital. She's been taking care of her brother. She's got a whole bunch of stuff spread out, a lot of books of rituals and other things, and sort of a summoning. But it was summoning, and it's like, this is what I found out. She used to be a nurse in this area. She ended up getting sick. She died, and she's stuck here ever since. People have seen her. There's all these urban legends that have popped up. I think she was here in the 1800s.
This isn't a good idea. I mean, we gotta do something, I agree, but can't we focus on solving the symptoms first? Maybe it's helping to fuel her.
The symptoms are people in this area are getting cancer at a rate you don't see outside of any place. I mean, outside of places where there have been legitimate nuclear attacks or accidents, this many people don't die anywhere else in the world I have been able to find, and I've been looking hard.
So your instant idea is to kill, not talk to?
It's a demon. You don't Talk.
I mean, I guess we can. I can try. I mean, I've never talked to a demon before.
Nobody does. It's always a bad idea. Always.
And then
Yes.
she looks at you in that moment and just goes, "It's a terrible idea, isn't it?"
Yes, but I can't stop you.
She goes over
Say
to
it.
one of the books, kind of looks down, and she's like, "As a matter of fact, this thing could, if this goes wrong, could kill everyone here."
Which is why we aren't going to do it. We're going to figure out something else.
She goes, "Here's the thing. You and I, Maxwell, we're not the same."
Never are.
And she sort of looks down, and has like a little switchblade, and then runs it through her hand and goes, "I don't know why it's always the hand." And she's already got this thing set up, like a summoning circle.
It's super weird, but past Max would have actually gained a charge off of her saying that.
Okay.
Oh my
You and
god.
me are not the same. I said, go ahead and add the charge now.
It's either you or me are not the same, or why is it always the hand for a blood sacrifice?
I think there was a weird moment back then where part of you is like, why am I not getting the charge? And then it hits you now as you're sort of remembering it. So like we'll say that charge got stored up while it took away your reminder. Like what had happened. So you can go ahead and take the charge. And then she sort of drips blood. Just one of you have a gun?
Max does not possess a real gun.
There's probably one in the van.
No. I take out my own switchblade. I'm like, no one is getting a gun here. We aren't doing this.
She goes, if this fails, if it takes me over, you need to make sure it can't hurt anyone.
We don't even have to take that risk right now. We can figure out another way. This is
And
way
like,
too
when you
hasty.
say risk, like she just smiles. And she goes, I don't think you understand.
Oh
Taking
fuck!
risks
No,
is what I
no, no. I like put the switchblade
You
away.
got one of those.
And it's dripping blood on there's like a stone, sort of put in the middle of there's like a summoning circle that's there.
So how far away are we from her?
About 10 feet. I mean, you're in the same room. You're pretty close.
10 feet. Okay. Can I smell her blood?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try some whack gutter magic. With the smell of her blood, with the idea that noble sacrifices aren't worth it, and I'm gonna bite my own lip and mix in my own blood and spit on the ground to try.
The wham you're putting on her?
This is in the past, remember?
Yeah, this is the past.
No, I think it's hilarious.
And
Just put a whammy on her while she's trying this in the past. She's gonna be pissed, which might lead to something else happening.
I mean, no, he's not putting a whammy. He's actually forming a bond.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if I can roll gutter magic for once. Shift is 0. Hey!
Ooh!
Hey!
That's a critical success.
Hey!
Yeah,
Jesus.
at that moment, like the bond that's the second time someone's rolled a 1 so far in this campaign. This is like
We blew
fourth
the
session.
other one on something stupid. I can't
Yeah, the other
remember what
one
it was.
It was the hiding and seeing all the stuff that was happening in the house behind the cult.
Yeah, that
there's
was it.
this moment where and like there's a moment where the bond gets so strong that you actually hear this let me in. I'm coming. This the thing that she's seeing, you actually see it as well because it's appeared to her. But this and the bond is strong enough. You still have it in the present.
Oh fuck!
Explains how
if
we
you roll
were
the one. The
nonsense.
bond has not gone away.
Oh no! I mean, good, but also, oh no!
And like you see for a moment, there's this woman that's sort of appearing in front of her. It's like the bottom half is just sort of fades out to nothing, wearing almost this ripped. It's kind of like flowing in the air, but looks like sort of. It's a mix between like maybe almost an 18th century sort of like ghost dress type thing. You kind of expect like big and large, but there's definitely nurse aspects to it. The maw is like this hungry, gaping hole that like it almost seems like light doesn't escape from it. There's something about it that's almost entrancing as she's looking at this demon that's floating in front of her. You see Rebecca, and the rest of you just you don't see the actual demon itself, but Rebecca just.
I'm going to like call out across the bond. I'm like, you see that thing? We need to stop this.
We'll say at that point it breaks. Her concentration sort of breaks. There's a moment where she actually like, you see it come into her as it's trying to make her way in her body. She falls over and starts to thrash.
Does this affect me at all because of how strong my bond is? No? Okay.
No, you have the bond, but it doesn't affect you. So then we're going to cut back to today. Remember, you still have the 10% bond with her.
Yeah. I think I cry a little bit.
And all of you, there's that moment where you all kind of, it just comes back. Because like you're standing on this porch again for the first time in like 3 years.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Can't believe you rolled a 1. I'm going to refill my drink.
Yeah. Was that my first success, too? Maybe I suck at success, but beginner's luck. Yeah, let's see.
That was such a good thing to roll a 1 on as well.
Yeah!
That's like a game changer.
Yeah, also that is my first success. Let's hope he remembers to unmute himself.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, those character sheets, by the way, are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they look really clean.
And like the explanations,
Where are
I
they?
think are great.
Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, those form fillable ones, so yeah, it's so easy just to put all the
That's
stuff there.
dope.
Like, part of me's thinking it might be better just to use those in the Google Drive. Have all the stuff there. You put the picture. I mean, because all you're ever doing is rolling D100 in this game, really. And we don't necessarily need to know what it's against. It doesn't have to necessarily show what it's against. I mean, it's not awful, but like these do a really good job of just explaining all of the stuff and what it does.
It's definitely better laid out.
Yes. Though it's funny because I don't know if you have the shitty layout or I don't know what changed. I don't know if it's because I'm in Chrome, because Chrome is a little easier on Roll20 and Google Hangouts, so I've been using that. And the character sheets actually now show up much better than they used to. Like when we opened them, when we first started playing, like everything was in a shitty position. I assumed like it was all like you couldn't tell what was what. I assumed it was a problem with the sheet, but it might just be. I don't think I made them bigger. If I make them too small, it all becomes a problem.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm on Vivaldi, which runs on Chromium, and I have a general grasp of where things are, but don't ask me like, oh, what are you rolling on yourself? Like,
yeah, these for mine appear pretty perfectly. With a stupid failure week.
Yeah, stupid failure week.
I don't know why that
kind of overlaps a little bit.
I don't know why that's there. That might just be a graphical thing for the failed things. Like if that's all it is, because there's not actually a thing with stupid failure week.
Yeah.
Roll y'all stupid.
Yeah, maybe it's just being mean to us.
Yeah, so that might
being
just
cyberbullied by our
that might just be a graphical thing, but like I'm not seeing like everything appears like right where it's supposed to, but it didn't used to.
Yeah. Huh. Well, I'm still just happy to have any kind of integrated character sheet, even if it's for a simple system. It's first time I've got to use one actually.
Well, the nice thing is, like, this is such. I guess I've yet to read the second edition system.
I'm back.
I recently someone said they preferred the elegance of it, but for me, this is so simple and quick. It kind of gets out of the way, but has a couple things I find interesting, as far as like the shock gauges. Oh yeah, by the way, speaking of shock gauges, I think what is everyone's unnatural or self? We'll say self. We'll say self.
45, I think.
No, the how many?
Selfish.
Oh, 3.
Notches?
2. If the black one counts as a notch, then 2.
Yes, the black one.
Oh, the black one counts as 4.
Yeah. Okay. So during that one, it's literally easier that than going in. Yeah, so we'll say that's going to be like a 3 on self because just like that part's been gone, and so we had someone with a 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so what'll happen? So go ahead and roll your notice to sort of defend, basically to see if you're going to be okay. Because there's that weird moment where this is something that happened to me that I no longer remember, and that's fucked.
Okay. It's one of those. Okay, I still don't understand this. Like, if I'm rolling against self, do I click the button that says unnatural versus self? Or do I click the button that says self versus unnatural?
I think it's unnatural versus self.
Oh, I thought it was the opposite.
Well, the roll will be the same. Well, because the unnatural is what you roll versus yourself.
Oh.
Because it's your notice. It's your higher of those. The thing is, regardless, for you, it's a 40. Or no, I'm sorry, I'm on Roxy. Is the one I opened just to double check.
Because it's one of those things, like, if it's roll self versus your unnatural skill, then I can imagine, like, that button shortcutting to roll against a 45.
Yeah, so I would get, because, like, I'll just, roll and find out, because, like,
yeah,
the actual, what you roll will be the same, so that won't matter.
Okay, it rolls against my 55, which means it rolls against the table that it's in.
Okay, what is actually your notice?
My
of those?
Just
make sure.
55. If you
so that it's correct.
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem here, you just failed the shock. Not only have you failed it, you've actually failed it with a
Dubs.
with dubs, which can be a bit of a problem. What I want to do is go ahead and first mark a failed notch.
Those are the boxes at the end?
Yep.
Yeah, then yes. I have
Yeah,
marked
let
one of
me-
those.
Okay. So first of all, that happens, and then when you fail, yeah, say self is against notice. So yeah, that stuff did roll correctly.
Actually, I don't think it
Check real quick.
did. I think my notice is 45.
Oh, is your notice 45?
Yeah, because I've got
Oh,
4
it
notches
did.
in unnatural.
Yes, I don't know why I did the 55.
Because 55 is the number of self.
Do me a favor, just to double check. Hit self. See what happens.
I did hit self. That's the like I hit.
Oh no, I think
The number I
dude, hit
the bu-
unnatural.
the button I
Unnatural
pressed.
says versus self.
Yeah.
Just to see what it shows, so we know if we're hitting the right one.
And that one rolled
Yeah, so
my
yeah.
that one rolled my unnatural notice value.
Yes, which is supposed to. Yeah, so the one that says versus self, so like that's to do a save versus the self. All right, so at this point, you can freak out in one of 3 ways. And it did not go particularly well here for you. Panic, paralysis, or frenzy.
Max is just gonna freeze solid. Like he's totally in character mode right now, and this character doesn't have a response for like life-shaking reminder of like previous action. So he's just going to freeze dead.
Okay. So with the doubles that go along with that, it's gonna. There's this moment where you hear from inside, "Go the fuck away!" And like even like you're on the porch, it's cold up there. What do? You may or may not notice Maxwell just like freaking out after that little flashback.
Yeah, I think I like wipe away my tears. I noticed that he's like freezing. I'm like, kid, look at me. We're gonna take some deep breaths. All right, in, out, and I guide him through breaths for like 10 seconds. And maybe he responds, maybe not.
What's it? You'll hear from inside. Like, go away! I've got a gun.
Well, you told us to meet us here. Can you give us just 5 seconds?
She's fucking with my head. And if you kind of, are anyone looking in, or are you taking cover, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I think
After he says
I
he's gotta
pull
go.
Max behind the car.
So Roxy, what are you doing?
I mean, oh yeah. Hold on, wait, no. Roxy has 2 failed notches on violence. She's gonna like book it behind a car.
Okay. You can't make a difference on this. This is the only way to do it. The only way to bring everybody back.
Max would be objecting loudly, but can't answer the phone right now.
Yes. We're sorry. Maxwell's not available right now. If you want to leave a message, he's not going to hear it.
Max crouching behind the car in a velour suit going beep. Like a fucking answering machine.
Listen, we just want to talk. Just you don't have to come out. We don't have to come in. But let's just talk about this for a second. All right? You let us come this far. You obviously aren't 100% in this. Give us a chance to talk to you.
Make a roll. Realize add a 10% because you still have the thing with her.
Yeah. Should I just roll 1d100, or is there something on my sheet I should be rolling?
Oh, one of your what makes sense as far as one of your identities, or if not identities, one of the skills. Connect is an obvious one. Is there one that can substitute for connect?
I don't have anything that can substitute for connect. I have.
Okay. So
Yeah, no. This isn't therapy.
yeah. So when connect happens, go ahead and add a plus, like the shift. Put plus 10 because of that.
Okay. Let's see if I do this right.
Is there a way to flip that?
Does it go with your obsession? Oh, well, I would say this. Did you put the plus 10 on the
I hit 10. Do I need to hit plus 10?
I don't know. But the thing is,
Either way.
so your your connect is 60. It would be 70. Does it match with your obsession or one of your other passions? Because if it does, you could flip it.
Not seeing anything there. That's too. It would be a very big stretch to try and do even something. So no.
Yeah. Remind me what you had said before you rolled the. Oh, no, no, you actually don't check it because it's connect. Remind me what you had said right before.
What I said, you obviously aren't in this 100%. Like, you let us get this far. You told us you're here. Give us a chance to talk.
You kind of hear a thump, and then the thump kind of feels like him against the door. You gotta hear it there, and then when he speaks again, it feels a little bit lower, like he might have gone against it, and then slid down. I've seen a lot of people die. I've seen a lot of people disappear in the last year. Maybe she's got the only chance things will work. I suppose. What are the chances of 1 in 6 screwing up twice?
Very high.
Alarmingly
or
high.
multiplicative.
Go ahead.
Max is out of snappy one-liners.
Roxy, say something. Roxy.
Does Roxy have anything good for this? What? I don't know. I don't think Roxy has anything for this situation.
I wrote a little song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes.
Unless can just star her way in. Yeah, I think Roxy's gonna try to star her way in and be like, and I don't know exactly what she says, but she's something like calls them an idiot and says, "Look, you're obviously too not good enough to do this. Why don't you leave it to the professionals like me?"
What is the meter associated? Because I'm looking at the stars thing. You can plaster over personal psychic trauma.
Yeah.
What is the meter associated with your fear passion?
Fear. Being outnumbered. Noble is helping people caught in the crossfire.
And I don't think you usually meant a specifically violent sort of way. I mean, he's sort of in the middle here. I think we'll be good with that. I think it makes sense. He's stuck in the middle.
Yeah, yeah.
that makes some sense.
Also, rage is being manipulated. That's her personally,
But wait a
but
minute.
it kind of.
Nor can it help with other people. This is against your own. However, I would still let you roll that if you get his attention. Go ahead and roll star.
Obviously,
You can't plaster over his psychic trauma, but but the star still means you can get his attention.
That's within 5. Is there nothing they can do?
Can you flip it?
Yeah.
No, it'll be 95 then.
To a 95.
Stop swapping. Oh,
I want to really fuck this up.
Swapping the digits, not the.
Yeah.
And then there's a moment where you just sort of hear, and his voice changes a bit, and it's like a mix between his and Rebecca's. I'm here now. This time it might work.
Well, can we take
What if
these
it
a little bit
doesn't?
slower than last time?
You hear a snap. What sounds like a revolver having the thing pushed in.
You said a little bit of her voice got in there.
It was like a mix between his and hers.
The problem is, if I said a whammy, either she fails it and it completely fizzles, or she fails it and it goes really bad.
You still have the 10% bond to her.
And you have the ability to talk down people from stress.
Do I?
Therapy.
I mean, I think to me, yeah. I mean, we tried that last time.
No.
Okay, sure. I'll be like,
it sort of
listen.
worked.
Yeah, I'll be, listen. Like, we're all feeling guilty about this. We all want to do the right thing here. I understand that, but we're your friends, aren't we? Won't you at least listen to us? Give us a chance to be a part of this.
I think roll your connect and add the 10%.
Okay. Status connected. Connect. So now I'll try plus 10 to see if that makes any difference.
God damn it.
Shit.
This guy's gonna fucking shoot.
And then you just hear it was hilarious. Is you have a really high percentage compared to where this game usually lives, and it's because this game has a lot of failures because most of the time you've got 40 to 50.
Oh my
Just hear
God.
Maxwell, Roxy, Art. You did what you could. On a 1, you hear a gun go off. You hear a click.
Okay. Okay. Actually, go ahead.
Can I get Max to kind of rally himself out of this, or is he just?
Yeah, I think at this point Max will be able to kind of rally himself back out.
Yeah.
The tension was broken with the click click.
Yeah, the scene changed. It's time for a different setup.
Roxy was being really, really, really tense, and as she hears the click, she the tense breaks. And she's like, "Oh my fucking god! Can someone fucking get in there?" And oh my god!
Okay, Max is going to just. You ever see the scene in the movie where the guy walks and talks his way just forward in a straight fucking line? Nothing changes, nothing does, and he just keeps kind of talking backwards and gesturing as nothing stops him.
Talking backwards?
No, you ever see Goodfellas?
Been a while, but yeah.
That scene where he starts talking to one of the bouncers and then he just kind of keeps talking his way through the bottom of the restaurant until he comes out the front.
Oh yeah, so basically it's a walk. It's Aaron Sorkin walk and talk.
Basically, Max is going to start kind of talking semi like semi-nonsensically, but also just kind of like calming nonsense, with kind of waving his hands and just kind of walk and talk straight at the woman in the gun.
Okay. So do you open the door and open it?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
Oh, so you're walking towards the door
Yes.
and open it? Okay. So what are you saying as you go up? And also, while this is happening, Art and Roxy, are you staying behind the car or are you moving?
I'm staying, and I'll let them do this. But in the meantime, I'm getting another spell ready. But I've been. I'll let them do their things first.
Meanwhile, Max is just kind of, oh, darling, it's so good to hear your voice again after all these years. It's such a delight, but I wish it was under better circumstances. Come out, darling. Let me see that pretty face again. We can't just have a reunion through closed doors. That's not how it works.
As you get up there, you can see him standing, looking at you through the window in the door. Do you open it up?
Yes.
Okay. So as you open it up, he looks at you and then raises up the... and you hear again, it's a mix of his voice and her voice. I think since I'm inside of him, it didn't work. It might have to be somebody else.
It might be the power of love, darling.
He's got the gun pointed right at you now.
Max just kind of laughs, but you can tell there's a nervousness underneath it. He's like, you know, you don't love me. At worst, I'm an inconvenience, and at best, I'm your annoying friend. It takes real...
He kind of smiles. It's got her voice a little bit. It's like, you understand. If this works, it saves 30, 40 people.
Oh, darling.
Does anyone do anything before she pulls the trigger? Realizing right now it's a 1 out of 5.
Yeah, I hate to do it, but I think Max has to... He's not going to break taboo, but he's going to do something semi-bad. Hold on, I just gotta...
Mm-hmm.
I gotta figure out the exact way this functions. He's been trying to generate a significant so he could get stormtrooper combat training, which just means she'd never hit anything. But he hasn't been doing... He hasn't been doing it long enough to get the charge. How long do I have to do this?
What is the next thing for you?
Basically, by acting as a stock character from a Hollywood cliche for at least 5 hours, I build a significant charge.
It's not been 5 hours.
Of course not.
Unfortunately. It's been 45 minutes.
Yeah. He intended to ride this all the way up till the concert.
Does anybody do anything before she fires?
Yeah, I'd like to finish my spell.
Okay.
Yeah.
But so here's what I got. It's not a lot, but it's what I got. I'm taking the napkin with the blood. I'm taking Max's fucking dumb gay stereotype as part of the collective unconscious.
Oh my god.
I'm taking Rebecca's voice and my bond with her, and the sound of her gun being cocked. And I'm going to give her a boon. Because by my reasoning, if I help her be successful, then that means that her plan will come true, and I don't see any other... Should I give it to Max? No. Yeah, fuck. I should give it to Max. What am I doing?
So you're basically let her fire, but I'm going to try to make it go really well.
Yeah, I mean,
Max,
that was my thought.
So it sounds like essentially your boon is going to take 20% away from... So it'll turn it into a 1 out of...
1 out of 6 again.
Well, we'll take it to 1 out of 6 because right now it's 20%. Oh, let's do some math. What will that actually take it to? So you got 1 out of 5, and
Fun.
so which makes it 20%. But you're reducing that. Well, let's do this. 20 times at 0.2. So it looks like you're making it so on a 20, a 4 or less will hit. Or 1 or 2 on a D10. So 20% chance
Max.
less of it hitting. So like
Max
that's
is
80% chance you're okay.
Max is gonna kind of look at her because, like, I mean, if you're really going to do this, could you at least just assure me that there's no chance that gun's going to malfunction? You've got to have the working tools, babe.
Do I hear that?
Yeah, I would. So it says like I would make you roll the cast. I guess. Are you
Well,
are you
it's
trying
not-
to are
it's-
you trying to jinx her somehow?
No, I'm not jinxing her. Basically, I'm trying to make her say something.
Oh,
Like the logical response to that end
yeah.
question.
Revolvers don't malfunction.
And with that, like, the universe kind of auto casts what could possibly go wrong. No, like, seriously, that's the trigger.
What's that do?
It will now make whatever she said just basically happen. It's the same thing of you can't summon a ghost, or like we can't summon a ghost summoning a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
She just declared with certainty that revolvers don't malfunction. The cliche is the revolver will now malfunction on the next shot.
Okay, so do me a favor, because you might actually roll a failure, which will let you put a check. But go ahead and roll.
I don't.
Trigger. No. This is for art.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make your roll with ritual anyway.
Okay, there isn't. Okay, yeah. I'm rolling what?
No, not you. It's Art is going to roll his ritual that he was doing, because if it fails, it ends up giving you giving him a check. But you're going to adept it essentially before there's an opportunity for that to necessarily work.
Yeah. Does my bond factor into this at all?
Yes.
Okay.
You have a plus 10.
All right, here we go. Hey.
So yeah, that does work. You jinx her. Out of curiosity, I'm just going to roll and see if it does the 1 or 2. What would have happened? Nope. But if I and the gun falls out of her hand and it falls to the ground, or his hand, and as he kind of hits the ground, just head over his hand starts to cry. It doesn't work. I can't build a charge. Not inside of him.
And I'm just kind of squat down and put my hands around his back. Just, oh, sweet girl. You can't mess with the power of love like that. Magic's a tricky thing. But don't worry. Plans are already on the way. Why save 40 when we can save everyone?
It kind of looks up, and again, it's her voice is a little stronger this time. Save everyone.
Oh, yes, darling. I don't do things by half measure.
Do the other two, or do you approach now that the gun is now
Yes.
on the ground? Yes. Roxy, are you still?
Roxy's going to let them deal with it. She's not okay with violence.
Two things charge-wise to determine real quick. One, it's 1 through 7 how many charges that particular action took based on how likely the thing was to happen.
1. It's like I would say essentially I rolled a failure anyway. Like if she'd have fired, and you will never know, never know if it might have done the charge that let her save everything. Because you fucked it up with your adeptness. You don't know that, but out of character, You gotta wonder what would happen.
Oh, like Max is fully aware of this. Like the only reason that he's not kicking himself for allowing it to go on for like 5, like to letting it get down to a 50-50 and then doing this is because this is the second act. The other thing we have to determine is there is a 2-charge surcharge if the spell is cast in response to someone who knows how the spell works.
No, she doesn't. She
Okay, well, I guess what I'm saying, getting at that is Max
I'm
purposefully made that happen. The question is whether the universe would punish him for that or not.
Oh, this is because you.
Well, you see, the thing is, I can't.
I'm gonna guess the fact is
It won't go off if like
the person.
the
person. For me, the person who said it. If you open up the opportunity for them to make it,
yeah.
is Let me look up Cinemaster real quick. So if it's the person who said it, make it happens.
Yes. What happens when a character in a movie says "we'll be fine" or whatever? Anytime someone else predicts something like X won't happen, the spell isn't cast. The spell is cast whenever X stands for happens. How much it costs depends on that variable. The bigger the event, the more it costs. So surcharge would be like if Art figured out how this spell worked and began firing it off, then it would cost more. I don't believe he would be punished because he's just kind of exploiting the cliche of I know what he's going to say next, so we'll take advantage of that.
This wasn't Art. This was Jason being possessed by Rachel.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I was trying to determine.
Since she said it, she does not know how it works because, like, I think Cinemasters in general probably hide the fuck out of how their thing actually. They have to.
Yeah.
How their stuff actually works. They have to hide it. The idea, we're not gonna. This is like we're not gonna run. Like these don't malfunction. Click. Like it's that kind of a thing. So it's just the one charge.
Okay.
Because she didn't say, calm down, I'm not going to get shot. 4 charges. She just think it's not going to malfunction. That's a small thing.
Yeah.
So, of course, it malfunctions. You cliche living motherfucker.
I am the
That's
best.
a seriously cool thing. Like, she's like, oh yeah, what do you know about cliches? Become super powerful in the game. If you can... I love that.
That's why I picked this. I am nothing if not like a million TV tropes pages at this point. Yeah. So,
oh my god!
Like I said, the amount that basically all the powers in this game just amuse the shit is huge.
Anyway, yeah, Max is just going to try to generally comfort this man possessed by this woman, and try to kick the gun out of the immediate area.
Not hard to do. Just gun slides back. I would say, Art, you're probably behind him as the gun slides past you or towards you.
Yeah.
Max can't fire a gun, but he is going to keep the hell out of that once the scene breaks.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm picking it up while you're talking to them.
Give me like 30 seconds while I pee real quick.
Okay. It's like Max wants that thing super bad because it's literally Chekhov's gun.
Oh my god. I'll also be back. I'm going to take a second to get that as well.
And back.
Welcome back.
Yep.
God, we failed so many rolls.
Part of me was deathly afraid of what happened if I actually rolled a 1 or a 2 on that die. Because, like, gunshots in... I don't know if you've read what happens with gunshots in Unknown Armies, but that's some serious shit.
I have exactly one way out of that, but I do not, like I don't have it yet.
Well, I give her the farm girl identity, which is the 50%, which, like, of course she's fired guns before. I was just like, shit. If she rolls... Actually, the 50% means... There was actually a cap, I think, of 40. You'd have been okay, but you'd have been, like really badly off. Depending on what you roll.
I've got a spell that basically makes it so I take the wounds, but we skip the violence check rolls. And
I
then
definitely takes the wounds, and I was very alarmed.
No, I've got a spell that makes it so basically I take the wounds, but skip the violence checks, and then just nothing happens.
Oh wow!
As in, like,
actually, what is your violence?
Oh yeah, I have experience with movie violence, and that is it. This is
how many notches do you? This is like you were attacked with a weapon.
There is one notch in my
What?
Violence.
Go ahead and make a violence check. That's against your isolation.
Against my isolation.
Or rather, with your mentor. Oh, wait, that's linked relationship. Yeah, I would go ahead and make a violence check because that's gonna fuck with you a little bit. The fact that she pointed at you and fired.
Nope. Taking that notch.
Y'all getting fucked up.
Yeah, take the failed notch. We're gonna say we've already role played a little bit past that. I didn't think about that. So you'll take the failed notch, but we're not gonna do the fight or flight or freeze thing.
Yeah, because the only ones left are flight and frenzy. And neither of those are really good right now. Anyway.
Well, it's not like, I mean, the thing is, you can choose, each time you fail, you choose one of them. It's not, I don't know if you play Don't Rest Your Head where you choose them.
Yeah,
But here it's just...
I have a copy of that book. I have always wanted to play that.
That's an amazing horror game.
I have that.
And honestly...
I have that in the board game they made of it.
Okay, the board game, have you played it yet?
No.
Okay, do you have Tabletop Simulator?
I do.
Okay, you should add me on Steam because I actually put it up on Tabletop Simulator, though I didn't release it.
Oh.
If you have 4 players, that's a great game.
Don't turn your back.
What have you played Don't Rest Your Head?
No.
It's
Don't Rest Your Head is a role-playing game. Imagine
where every
city mixed with Neverwhere.
And everyone is Max.
Yeah, you basically have like these superpowers because you haven't slept in forever, and you're in a place where all these weird things, like basically nightmares, are real. All these weird things are over there, but if you ever get to the point where you like your exhaustion gets too high, you fall asleep, and then you become a beacon for nightmares. It's essentially like end of game if that happens. It's a fantastic, really kind of quick horror game, and they made it's a worker placement deck builder game using the thing. I'm Godfather Brack on Steam if you want to add me, because like I will definitely play that with 4 players. The board game is awesome.
Neat. I will add you later.
Yeah, super easy and awesome. Yeah, it's I've played it with several people online. It's been great. But Don't Rush Your Head is a great horror game if you want something super weird.
Yeah.
And I think Roll20 works super well for it because it's very easy to just start playing some music in there. So like it's one of those things where I feel like the one I've got for that has a whole bunch of horror music where I'll set it and we're just sort of talking, and without them really realizing, I can sort of start something super low and then an atmospheric thing and bring it up so it's just like this freaky fucking music is in the background. I think Roll20 works really well for that. Anyway, okay, so we're back to all of you. So yeah, you basically have failed the other check here with violence. Okay, so you've got her crying, or him sort of crying, like it didn't work. She couldn't actually make the major charge happen. She doesn't know if it's, she doesn't know what you did, so she doesn't know if it's because of you or because it just won't work if a ghost of an avatar, or an adept rather, is possessing someone.
I don't know. Is she still with you? Hey, Rebecca, can we give him a little bit of space?
There's a moment where she's like, oh, fuck. I pulled the trigger on my own.
You did, darling.
Yeah, I'm gonna rush forward and like hug him, like hold him, like it's okay.
Yeah, he starts almost like hyperventilating a little bit. I could have died.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing I tried to do with Max, and like, all right, deep breaths with me. Come on. Don't need to worry about that right now.
Do you have one of yours?
Yeah,
it is therapeutic.
Here we go. Yeah.
Why does Food Critic have therapeutics?
Because being a food critic is about understanding the connection that a chef is trying to make to a person, and it involves a lot of teasing out those connections and thinking about them and talking with people over food and bonding with people over food. And people say things.
I'm sorry, all I can picture is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're an idiot sandwich!
That would be a different kind of therapy.
Like I know I should be picturing like MasterChef Junior, where like Gordon Ramsay shows he's an amazing person if you don't pretend to be a professional and fuck it up, and you're a kid instead. But all I see is like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I ate this shit!
Your ghost is raw!
Okay. Yeah, he like, sure. He kind of looks up and you kind of lock eyes with him, and there's a moment where he's just like, okay, and like let's have a breath, and you sort of see that like he's gonna be okay.
Kinda.
Good enough.
So
you first.
all right, so you're all sitting there. The cold is starting to dissipate around it.
Can I sense Rebecca here through my bond?
Not right here.
We need to do something about her.
That sounds like something about her. That's ominous.
Okay, no, she's already dead. She's already dead. And she almost made you too. We need her to go where she needs to go. She's not happy like this. And if she pulls this shit again, it's just gonna be this again. And don't know about you, but I don't really like Russian roulette.
Good potential, but the payoff's always a little big for my liking. Just lacks the subtlety. But that's not the problem. If I could say anything about subtlety. But Max is off of his game right now just because he's slowly realizing that he failed to get to be shot.
What happened? How was your day? I didn't get shot. That was awesome.
So, kid, is this thing you're doing tonight? Is it gonna be able to fix things?
More than likely. I'll need everybody's help, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Do we need Rebecca there?
She wouldn't hurt. You're still all bondy, nicey with her, aren't you?
Yeah. I think. I can't really feel it right now. Either she's real gone or I kind of pushed it a bit much. It's hard to tell with these things. I mean, I literally used the sound of her half voice to cast this. Like,
We could do all sorts of wonderful things. She's probably dissuaded for the moment. We just need... we need to go meet the contractors and the shell and get everything ready.
okay, if you think this will work, I've done
very
all I
much.
can.
You and I, darling, we're going to need to work on a little solo project. At least...
God. Okay, sure.
Glorious. Roxy...
Aside right now, I have a question for the GM. Okay, so my fear passion is being outnumbered. She got this fear passion because a crowd literally ate one of the band members when she was part of the band in front of her.
True.
So can that fear passion be linked to violence?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Then I guess I want to try the psychic trauma thing. So
Okay, so it'll be violence?
yeah, because I have 2 failed notches on violence. The star performs and rolls avatar. If successful, a failed notch gets removed.
So when you actually perform?
Yeah.
So it sounds like after all that's happened, you might try to get it out tonight.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay.
So yeah, I think this moment will happen, but with the performance doing tonight, you might be able to get rid of
Oh, lots of things are going to happen tonight.
Okay.
So exciting.
Oh boy.
I guess then Roxy slowly come in after they've gone in and there have been no more gunshots.
Mhm.
If they say Roxy, they'll be like, "What?"
I think it's Max's show now.
Yeah.
I'm out of ideas. All right, kid. How can we help?
Well, for one thing, we need to get everybody to the band, and then we're going to need Roxy to at least practice Gurley. Makes perfect and all that. I want to see you moving on that stage before I have to present everybody to you. And it's just got to be perfect.
I'm going to practice.
Just a little. Call it a private show.
I think they just sigh and say, "Whatever." We just get. Can we get out of this house, please?
Oh, certainly.
Go somewhere the fuck else.
Dear, I'm going to need that gun.
I give you a hard look. I'm like, what for?
For the show, darling.
That sounded really fucking ominous.
Oh, it should. I'm putting a lot of work into this.
You're... promise me no one's getting shot?
Promise, darling.
This game doesn't have a way to determine the truthfulness of other PCs, does it?
Cross my heart and hope to die.
I think you can look at. I think lie and secrecy. So it's just more hiding. Like lie and connect, maybe.
We're actually going to get John Lennon.
What?
A notice,
We're going to
maybe?
get John Lennon.
John Lennon. Yeah, so I think. Let me check real quick. Let me go. Notice and go to the very beginning. I will double check on that. Because lie is definitely one of them. Are you lying to her or to him?
Oh no, this is straight up the truth. Straight up the truth. He never intends to fire the damn thing. It's infinitely more valuable to him unfired.
Okay. So yeah,
Can I just get it since I'm not resisting everything?
Yeah, so in our fact, we'll say it won't sort of matter because you'll sort of, you kind of get the truth because it would be, I think in there, connect would be, you'd be your connect versus his lie, but he's not lying.
Okay.
So in our purpose, yeah, our thing, we'll just go ahead because it's not like you get any good thing from failing.
Yeah.
On that one, or succeeding. So.
Okay, then yeah, I'll hand the gun over.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful, darling. He just kind of twirls it over in his hands, looking at it. Like, not looking too hard at it, because he's pretty sure that if he looks too hard at it, he'll, the magic will realize it shouldn't have malfunctioned in the first place, because it is a revolver. But he just kind of tucks it into one of the pockets of his suits. It just kind of disappears.
Okay, so are you all waiting for the concert to happen?
Basically, I want to head out and kind of meet the band shell.
Okay. Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock. They sort of pull up, and there's a couple people that they're sitting there like driving down the road. You see it go by because it's fucking huge behind this truck. You sort of see it go by. I don't know if you go to pick it up because they're. As you look in, you see the person next to the person who's there on the phone looks really confused. He's looking at his phone on the Google Maps, probably, basically trying to find where this thing is at and not having any luck. Well, you go out to find them?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of catch up with them and show them sort of where to go. What's everyone doing?
Roxy's practicing, I guess.
Okay.
Look like setting up a song list for the evening.
This, and this.
Mm-hmm.
Max has suggested something nostalgic but triumphant towards the end.
Roxy has no fucking clue what he particularly means by that.
Well, of
maybe
course.
Guns N' Roses? Pearl Jam?
Roxy has her own song.
Sometimes it'll better for you.
All about the feeling.
The feeling. Okay, sure.
How much can you talk without moving your jaw? That's the Pearl Jam style.
Perfect.
So yeah, you're kind of getting ready. So you've got the concert going to be coming up that evening. You've got some people in the area coming. You've got some other people letting people know where it is. Do you put up signs and stuff?
Yeah. We should probably ask the others to do that.
I think Art's asking to not do anything because he's going to spend literally the rest of the entire day on one big ritual.
Wow.
Okay.
Max has a suggestion for that, and he kind of wants Art to hold off just a little so Maxie can help him as soon as they get the band stage set up.
Listen, like, I get it. At the same time, if I can spend all day on this, it'll give it some real juice. I can give you some real juice. We gotta get as many cards in our hand as possible, right?
I want you to. Can you do something for me?
Depends.
I need you to make a bond
With who?
with everyone in a several-mile radius.
All right,
Or at least everyone around here.
One thing Art's gonna know, essentially, like one of the things that Unknown Armies puts things into, you like chargers and checkers and ponies.
Yeah.
Essentially, like the chargers are people who can actually like create magic themselves. You know that both of the people you're with are like chargers. You're aware at least of the sort of Unknown Armies sort of underground. Checkers are people who kind of know shit. Ponies are the ones that you kind of piss all over. They're the ones who are into the more mystical aspects of it, but don't have the stuff. You'll be aware that both of them are able to like generate magic in a way that you're not able to.
Mm-hmm.
So on the one hand, if they tell you something, you know that they can do it a lot more specifically than you can. So you will be aware of that. But I'm going to pee real quick. I'll be right back. Let me know what's going on when I get back.
Okay. So I know that you know way more about this shit than I do. Was basically the point of that?
Yes.
Okay. Upon everyone,
Basically, everyone in earshot, and then everyone who's and then everyone who's in earshot after that.
So
I'll work on the back end, but
everyone at the concert
more
then.
or less.
Okay, here's the thing. You know how this shit works. I need something of theirs. I don't have anything of theirs yet. That means I can't prepare this ahead of time. This means it's not going to be that good.
Oh, we do have something that everybody else had.
Memories?
Mm-hmm.
But no, they're my memories, your memories, Roxy's memories, Jason's memories. They aren't. They're their memories.
Magic doesn't really care about the specifics. But what if we had something that was worth all those memories? Something that had been traded before.
Okay, can you just tell me what it is? I'm not good at puzzles.
Max pulls the revolver still loaded out of his jacket. We don't even have to play.
Do you think that was the same one that she used last time?
Tropy's probably... I wouldn't imagine she'd switch guns. It makes so much more sense.
That'll fucking do the trick then, okay.
This thing is loaded with the chance of everyone's memories from the first time around.
Holy fuck. Okay, so I make a bond with everyone. Am I gonna be like a conduit for your fucking big mojo?
Well, not you. And you have to be very quiet about this. It's a fun...
Very, very quiet.
It won't work if everybody knows, darling. That's just not how it operates.
Okay, I just... You know I can't make a bond between other people. It has to be with me, right?
Oh, yes. You just have to dump it into Roxy.
I think you might have to do that.
Oh, I can't.
Roxy somewhere sneezes.
Do I know if it's possible to dump my bond onto someone? To like transfer that energy if we get into like a charged enough situation?
No. As in, don't, like, as in, not giving it to Roxy, but counting her as an ingredient.
Oh.
She's the gun we're firing this bullet out of.
So, I'm making a bond with everyone, but especially Roxy?
Roxy is one of the ingredients you're using to make the bonds. She's just the best way to put everybody at attention, as it were.
And, like, I get it, you know a lot about this shit, kid, but, like, real quick, you don't want me to spend literally all day juicing you up?
Well, what am I going to do?
Aren't you running the show?
Well, yes. And this is what I'm saying.
Fine. Fine. Okay, give me all the maps we got that you brought out of the gas station.
Don't have this place in them, remember? But like, I think,
yeah. But
I guess they're
the
conspicuous.
forgetting of a place is better than a nothing of the place.
Okay. Yeah, Max is gonna help him out as best he can. He doesn't exactly know gutter magic, but he knows enough, like, both regular magic and,
I mean, honestly,
and crazy
if
ass.
if you have a supernatural ability, you have gutter magic and ritual casting automatically.
Okay, then yes, I'm
Yeah.
going to help out with this
So
heavily.
it's like you gutter magic. It's not nearly as potent as what you can do normally.
Yeah, why use shitty gutter magic when I have access to a much higher echelon all the time?
Sure.
Just tell me, do you think there's a chance in hell for this to work?
You know, I would love to provide an opinion on that. I don't know what this is. I know I'm an ingredient in this. And I know you know more about this shit than I do, but I know you have to keep secret about it. But if you're whoever's the one pulling the trigger, I'll do it. I think this is better than nothing. I certainly don't have any ideas. Normally, I just anytime I found a ghost, I mean, it hasn't been too often. I've usually just, been able to talk them to long enough and get them where they need to go, but didn't work this time. All right.
Rational man resigns himself to crazed man's plan.
Exactly. So I think if you're helping, I'm literally making you recall every single detail about the town as possible, and I'm writing it down in a notebook.
Okay.
And cliche charge.
Oh, I also forgot I'm using my blood as ink.
Okay.
You can have a bit of mine too if it helps.
Yes, all the blood I can get.
You really like blood, but it makes sense, I suppose.
Yeah, I think if I take Starkins, I'm like, it's powerful shit. I don't like it, but it's good shit.
Wonderful. Roxy, darling, how is the show coming? He just kind of like wanders over.
I think Roxy just gives them like the most eye-rolling look, and he's like, "It's perfect as always."
Oh, good. We have to be extra perfect tonight. You can't let all those people down.
You thought I was ever going to let someone down?
Oh, no. You're the perfect little star. How could we ever doubt you?
Roxy isn't sure if that's sarcasm because of the voice. But I think they just eye roll again and just ignore it because, yeah, it's Maxwell.
It's...
All right. So, you're getting ready for the show? What's all going on?
Max is going to try to spend some time basically boosting the social media signal even higher. We need...
And I know Art is doing the
Yeah,
ritual,
so what you missed is I also have the revolver that Rebecca used and then Amalgamation tried to use.
Yep.
Basically, we're suggesting that thing is... It's more than likely the same revolver from the first time, and even if it isn't, we believe it is.
Mm-hmm.
And this...
I will say
it this thing that generates chance was equal to an entire town's worth of memories for a component at one point. We figure it can serve the same purpose again, if not for its physical value, for what it represents.
Yeah, and then I've collected every single map with the charred out or blotted out, coffee stained out section. I've cut the maps so that I have that section of every single one stacked up and bound with. I got some of Roxy's hair off the van and tied the stack with her hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So that's why I'm literally just focusing, preparing for that literally all day.
Yeah, with that, and Max is going to be helping, kind of dumping actual magic into it every so often, just as best he can. Like, this looks good.
Are you aware of what Max Attack is? Or Max
Wasn't that like
Attacks?
the superhero group, the fake superhero group, and one of them like ascended or something?
No. Well, the Max Attacks is a cabal who they all work at McDonald's, and they have adepts dropping charges into food every once in a while, so that magic happens. Whoever eats whatever that they put out there, they're dropping charges, so shit happens on occasion.
Yeah,
kind of like that. And we're just gonna make a charge happen.
Yeah, I'm just kind of pushing that and
right.
really kind of playing up the whole producer angle for as long as we have time before the show.
Okay. So people start to show up, and I would say that it's sort of like do me a favor, make your since you're Maxwell, since you're kind of putting it up, go ahead and make your filmmaker roll.
Okay, here we go.
Does any of your things work? Just flip it.
Noble for entertaining the world.
Yeah, so that flips.
So I'm putting on.
You actually have a shocking number of people in this area are starting to sort of come out as you're getting set up. Like things are getting set up. Roxy's practicing. You got people coming in, and the word is spread enough, and you're able to sort of get it out there that you have a shit ton of people coming in.
Yep. I want to kind of mingle among the crowd and try to get them to bring more village people in.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing, I'm not sure how, if it's possible or how much Cinemancy you'd have to burn to make it possible. You ever see the bit in the movies where somebody starts playing at a concert and then it bleeds over onto the radios because somebody calls in or something like, "Hey Johnny, you know that new sound you're looking for? Well, listen to this."
Okay, that sounds like holy shit. That sounds like something you do with one of your charges.
I don't have an ability that specifically says that, but
do me a favor, roll your Cinemancer. That happens so often, I'm fine with. Or I just spend a charge if you want to get the word out there.
Yeah, I want to blow a charge just to get this on the radio, like Blues Brothers driving around in a car style.
Okay. And do it. So you blow a charge there, and then do a roll on your Cinemancer to see how many people come in. Okay, well, you've got some people in there before with the 26. The 89, go ahead and click the failure on that one. That part doesn't necessarily work. You don't get more people in, but you've gotten some people in before with the rest of the different tactics you've used to sort of have people show up.
Okay.
So is it also on the radio?
Later, I want to try the Johnny Be Good Back to the Future. It bleeds into everyone's radios that just happen to be on for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
And we will work out there when it gets to that. But right now, I'm just trying to spread word of mouth. Could I make one non-magical attempt at this?
You just made a magical one, so we'll say probably not at that point as you try it with the magic stuff.
So how many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people have turned up?
You've got literally dozens of people. Probably we'll say 200, 250 or so sort of show up. And you're sort of looking out there, a lot of people in this area have actually shown up, including you just sort of look out, you see the sheriff and a few others that are there. As you're looking out at the rack and stuff, you see some police cars showing up. The word is definitely getting around. Do you want to make another roll to see if you can, for the star, to see if you're putting your information?
Yeah, we need the locals is what we're after.
No. If I roll a 1 on the star, I want to be like fucking Bono.
Yeah, St. Louis canceled for Bono. For you, they kept
God
going.
damn it.
Okay. You remember that for Avatar, you don't check if
Yeah.
you fail. But you already succeeded once.
No, I haven't succeeded today.
Okay. Yeah, so you put the stuff out there. So you have, like I said, you have a lot of people showing up. But if you're trying to get more people in, it's not quite bringing in quite as much as you thought. But it's bringing in a good amount of folks. So you sort of have like a big thing out there. And you've really got Jason a little confused. Like, what are we supposed to do?
Don't look at me. I say as like pluck one of his arm hairs off and like add it to my weird collection.
Ow! What the fuck are you doing,
It's
man?
all-
Sorry. I was with Max all day. I forgot. Stuff. Good things. Trust me.
I've been with Max all day. I forgot how social etiquette works.
Ladies.
Sorry, I gotta focus on this. We gotta make sure it turns out okay.
Yep. So you have the concert sort of out there, sort of ready to go. You have a whole bunch of people have shown up. And again, you're in this place where none of them have actually been in literally 3 years. Some of these people might have been out here on a regular basis. There's a decent chance that 1 or 2 people might have actually literally lived out here and then tried to figure out what's going on as they suddenly appeared homeless here in this area. But now they're out here in the middle of a place that nobody has come to in a long time, where Google Maps does not show a single goddamn thing, and you've got people out there. What are y'all doing?
I've made a giant sign that declares that this is Roxy's Missing Maps tour.
Missing Maps tour.
Oh my god. Question for Max. You gave me
Yes.
a cue to like pop things off, right?
Oh, yes.
What's the cue?
How many songs is Roxy doing?
As many as the crowd wants.
Obviously.
I'm going to select like what feels like a nice ending the movie style, like feel good song. And select that as the like the trigger for that. It's like, okay, when she starts in on this one, then we blow it.
All right, kid.
All right. See, you both of you are waiting for that like single one. So Roxy, you're getting everyone's attention.
If we're starting, so
I guess my first question is, how many hours has it been since we began this particular day?
You have a significant. You have.
Oh,
a
thank God.
significant charge.
Like the second he feels that roll into his body, he like just rips the entire suit off, and he's wearing the ratty ass hoodie underneath it again. He just kind of flips the,
I said I can't remember if Godbound is on what I sent to you, like what I opened up for you. But you got to read Godbound. You got to read.
Okay.
I mean, one like the ones that are available to you that I've put links to. The fiction's fantastic, but the actual books based on this shit like really works into all this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Though it's totally different because it's totally different types of avatars and adepts showing up.
Okay, like Max is now back to his old self.
Listen, darling,
Oh, thank,
fuck this shit up.
oh, thank God, God. Like, all social graces are gone. The stuttering has come back. Just... He's back to being a slight train wreck.
Okay, so what is the plan at this point? Because it sounds like Maxwell sort of has like the idea in charge. What are you doing?
If I am to explain the whole thing, basically we're doing the cliche of musical number at the end fixes all the things the protagonist didn't address. Like, you know how when the movie ends and the music starts playing, you'll see, like, pictures of the town being reconstructed and people waking up and going back to their houses after the alien invasion?
So the epilogue song.
Yes, basically Max is trying to forcibly trigger the epilogue.
But, like, doesn't that just generate the charge?
Well, yes, but it can do other things as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Max is trying to get a major charge.
Like, he's both trying to fix it, and, like, it's one of those things, like, if this works and fixes the problem, then he just has a major charge. If it doesn't work, if it works but doesn't fix the problem, you've now got a movie cliche man with a major charge. He can Deus Ex Machina this.
All right. So it sounds like it kind of requires everyone to be doing what they're supposed to be doing. So we've got Roxy definitely being the star. Yes. What is Hunter doing or Art doing?
Basically, Art is kind of like he's kind of the trigger mechanism for this big bonded thing that would basically forcibly reunite people with their lost memories and kind of force the area back by using Roxy's essentially a vocal gun.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't going to cause any bad feedback or anything. This is going to be fine. Oh boy.
I swear to God, if Roxy's head explodes.
Okay, so it sounds like a couple things happening. One, we'll see if Roxy is playing. We'll make a roll for the star. See if that works.
Oh, let's actually see.
Then it sounds like we got to see if that happens to see if basically everything kind of falls into place to make the final finale happen.
56 versus 56. What does that mean?
Oh shit!
What do ties do?
What does that mean?
It succeeds. It succeeds.
Oh!
Holy shit!
That was so close. Max could get a charge off of that.
I want to get off Mr. Charge's wild ride.
Max just kind of clamps his hands down. There is no getting off.
Okay. So you're sort of putting, it's just you, and the crowd is kind of going nuts. And then what does Art do to help hold it up even more?
Is it the cue? Are we at the song?
Yeah,
the song.
We've hit the height of
that. I think so. We're on like this, like the stage we're on. Does it have like some sort of lighting fixture on the top or somewhere I can climb up?
Yes. It's not. You're on a huge climb. It's like 8 feet in the air.
Yeah. Okay. So I've been like behind that, and then once the song kicks in, I have all of the items I've prepared packed up, and I throw it onto the stage below Roxy.
Okay.
And so, if I'm looking at the rules right, I've done a lot of shit to stack this, so I've taken more time on it because I spent literally all day. I have an especially potent component with the revolver. And I don't know if this is a mystically potent place or not. And did Max drop the key?
Okay. This is a place where literally no one has been able to go. Yes.
All right, sweet. So I think I'm hitting every single one of these. So how much?
Use your plus 10 to the connection to Rebecca.
Do I get more than plus 10? Because I have pretty much all of these bullet points.
I'm going to give you a
plus
20.
A total of plus 20? Okay, I'll take plus 20. Okay. Okay.
So curious what's going to happen.
Oh, yes! Oh! Yes! I wouldn't have had it without the plus 20. Plus 10 wouldn't have been enough.
Meanwhile, like, just Max is watching this all. He's got like 5 cameras in different locations, just soaking in the entire experience.
Now I have
a question. Go ahead. He can just feel the charge in the air.
When this package drops, as part of the magic of the ritual, can it produce like a visual effect so it doesn't look like I'm dropping a wad of trash onto the stage, but instead it's like
Just glitter.
glitter, glitter and like really cool like visual effects. So people are like, wait, did they even have a rig for that? Like that sort of thing.
Yeah, basically, if you want it to be like a big, huge thing, are you dropping the gun?
I mean, yeah, it's all part of it.
Do me a favor. Roll as it hits the ground. Roll.
Oh fuck!
Roll a 1d4.
None of
Oh no! Guys, I didn't think about this.
None of us fixed the gun. It should still be malfunctioned.
No, you're definitely trying to gun, so it's not like aiming at somebody in particular.
Oh wait! It's,
On a one, it fires, and actually, as the fire will give a +10 to the Cinemancer's roll.
Oh, okay.
is this
that would actually be like super cliched if that happened. Like,
okay, it doesn't go off. The gun sort of hits, so it doesn't fire, which doesn't go off and helps trigger you. But now you get a chance to roll.
I was going to say, this is being streamed on YouTube. If Roxy got fucking murdered on YouTube...
it'd be worth $1 billion.
No, it's just, like, the gun hits, it doesn't go off.
God. I'm sweating.
Okay, so, Cinemancer, what do you do? What do you do, Maxwell?
Max can feel this entire thing. Like, has Max gotten? Can I backtrack to get one item? Like,
what is that item?
I want a local phone book.
Yes.
Okay. In the meantime, I want to in the small hours that we haven't seen, Max has managed to set up basically a small PowerPoint video thing. And when the final song plays, he's just kind of watching, and he clicks a button and goes, roll credits. And the names of everybody in the town start streaming up like the end of a movie.
Oh, shit. Make the roll. Fucking hell. Make the roll. This gives you, if you succeed, this is your major charge.
Can I burn, any kind of charge to help with this? I don't have a...
No, just make your roll.
You did this much just to fuel it. That's wild.
It's a significant regardless. It's maybe a major if you succeed.
Random magic domains. I don't have enough. Oh, God. Come on. If I fail, I'm not sure what that counts as.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is the most tense I've ever been through. It's
Let's go.
When you guys entered Heaven and Wheeled, it was less tense than that.
I pressed the button, but it didn't come up.
Oh my god! No, that's a really good success, right? It's a very secret success. Did it pop up for you?
No, it's not there.
Try it again.
Roll again. Has anything shown up?
I think I'm not sure what I'm
Did you break roll 20?
Roll 10. Oh my god.
I'm trying to find the button.
Reading right now.
Okay.
I think I clicked the wrong button, and that's why I didn't do anything.
Okay.
I think I clicked the avatar button, and that's...
Seriously, any button should do something. The fact that where you pressed did nothing is fucking weird.
Okay. Let's...
Oh my god.
Even flipping that doesn't help.
Oh.
Oh my god. The gun goes off. No.
Yeah, so as it gets you're... and it slips past you, and it goes you almost feel the possibility run past you. You manage to grab it. It's people around you are dancing. They're into the music, but you didn't make it happen.
It's Max.
I'm gonna put a check next to your Cinemancer.
Oh.
Yeah, I already clicked failure on that. Just Max just kind of falls on his knees, and he's just like, "Of course, that's right."
Show must go on, right, kid?
Yeah, Roxy, as you sort of finish up, and the crowd's going nuts, and you're sort of waiting for something to happen. If it's something's going to weird, like to bring everything back, and then nothing.
Okay.
Seriously, give me like a minute. I gotta piss again. But as all of you get together, as everyone else is leaving, you realize that people haven't come back who are missing.
I guess the other question is, or the question being like, did that generate a charge?
Well, he said it was a major, regardless, right?
A major,
don't know,
or at
I
least
can't
a
remember.
significant.
So it did something, right? Also, I now have a bond with literally everybody who attended, and that's not gonna feel great.
And everyone on the radio.
Oh, fuck.
And
Well, maybe.
maybe on
That
YouTube.
would have been the second roll had like
Yeah,
Just-
because I...
just the
Yeah.
first part of this worked.
We were so close. Oh. Yeah, At least nothing went horribly wrong. We had lots of steps where it could have gone horribly
I
wrong.
know, right? We had so many rolls to set that up.
We came down to 50-50.
Ah.
Oh my god. Oh, my heart's still like... Oh, I think we... Alright, cool.
Can I make a roll to see if that final song removes a failed check?
For me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My plaster over personal psychic trauma.
That's one way to say therapy.
Yay!
Yeah, you lose one of your probably violence.
Yeah.
What's it like to be overwhelmed? Yeah, you lose one of your violence. You
How do I
feel like this moment of just like, and something just feels like it's leaving.
Yeah. I feel better.
Yeah, you feel better. I say Maxwell and Art, you're sort of looking around the audience, waiting for something to happen, and nothing. Whatever might have brought this stuff back didn't end up happening.
Did Maxwell still get a major?
Not a no. If he had succeeded, it would have been a major, and he would have been able to use that possibly to bring people back. So he definitely gets a check in Cinemancer, because like avatars get a check if they succeed. Adepts are the same as other identities. They get a check if they fail.
Yeah.
The problem is I already failed Cinemancy.
Yeah, so he'll get better. It's just like this particular one, even if he could have switched it, wouldn't have actually helped. Yeah, so you're just like that moment where you're just waiting for something to happen. It doesn't happen. And the concert's over. You try to head backstage, and there's a moment where people start to like, they're almost waiting to see if there's going to be another encore. And then people start to leave.
Blow it all.
And Jason's sort of backstage. The rest of you kind of come back, and sort of head in his hands is like, it didn't work. This place is still empty to the rest of the world.
Almost so very close.
I think for the sake of it, Roxy comes out a bit naive to it because she's buzzing from the concert and everything, and just like is like, "Whew, I love it when a good plan comes together." And then looks at everyone and is like, "Oh, it didn't work." God damn it.
I can feel the
I don't know
energy.
if any of you are any of you performers of any type.
Like personally.
No, just like do you perform in front of people for anybody else?
Oh, like in real life, you mean?
Yeah.
I've done voice in college. I've done recitals and stuff.
Okay. So I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, I felt like I rolled a 0-1 on like stand up, and then like last week went okay. Like it was one of those things where last week was like, meh. I managed to make something that should have sucked, not sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But the week before that, I had people going crazy about it. So it's just one of those like you come out feeling like, fuck that performance, that was nothing.
Yeah.
You may feel pretty good about the performance, but you're not the one who is waiting for it to literally magically bring like the town back to life.
No pressure.
I would say, as a GM, I'm like, it would have been like either way is super cool. The fact that it didn't make it, oh, god damn it! It had a whole town back. People would have reappeared from erased from the world.
We know of any other what they called entropomancers?
Entropomancers? There's a couple that you know of in certain places, but like none around here.
Like, could we fly one in and get them to point a gun at their brother?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to convince someone to do that. Like, if everyone around you just appeared like pointing or dying of cancer, pointing a gun at your little brother makes a little more sense. But like, hey Joe in Cleveland, how are things going? Yeah, not bad. You want to put a gun to the head of someone you love?
Oh my god.
No.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Was my bond used up in the spell, or am I still connected to hundreds of people?
I'm going to say this. You're still connected to her in particular. The chance of that mattering, I mean, it may come up again, but like this particular, like if you want to make a note, Rebecca Kirk, Kyrk, you are still connected to.
He was trying to figure out
she may not matter again.
He was trying to figure out if he's still connected to the town.
No, just
Yeah,
her
like-
in particular.
Okay, so I'm not feeling the, like, energy of hundreds of bonds.
No,
That's essentially what we tried to do
you're
with the
sort of
big
like
gutter
back to
magic ritual.
yourself.
Okay, cool. Because otherwise that was going to be a thing. Yeah, we tried our best. Best doesn't always cut it, but I don't think they're going anywhere. Now, I don't think we have another shot at this, at least for a while. But I don't think we need to rush.
Max just kind of rocking on the ground.
Kid, you did everything you could. Like, that was good shit. This was all good shit. We all did fucking great.
Trash.
It's just that great isn't good enough sometimes.
Trash.
No. That was good.
Can
I roll therapy on him?
Yeah, actually.
And I think it sounds like yourself. Like I'm trying to heal yourself. Hey!
Max is just super down.
Oh, shit, 4? Is it
Yeah.
4 that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, therapeutic in there, but I must have misspelled it. Yeah, so are you, 4 out of 42? You start working with, and what jock gauge are you trying to help?
I mean, it sounds like he took a blow to himself, but I don't know how metagamey this is allowed, but when he's calling himself trash.
No, I would say everyone should have is it 1/3 of your, I'll double check. Like you should have actually had more check marks on your failure than you did.
I'm still not sure how that entire system works.
Yeah,
Oh.
I checked 2.
So what you should have had, let me actually pick that up real quick, because you actually have a certain amount of. Let me pull up. Oh, I think I might be thinking of a different game, because I'm also going to be running a Legend of the Wind game soon. What? Character creation. What pulls it up here? Because you actually, everyone should have some. What is the actual? Okay, let me check on the handouts. We have something in here that is like where the actual character creation happens.
We're looking up like failures on helplessness, isolation, all those.
They're literally not failures. You actually should have somewhere in here. So everyone should actually have already some failures on your gauges. So let me double check where those.
Oh, like as part of character creation.
Yeah, so I'm sort of looking at like what the actual page is with that, which for some reason I thought I put on here. Is it in the movie book? No, there's something definitely in book 1. Actually,
Let's see.
this should work. Because I'm trying to find the. You should have. There's a thing in book 1 that's specifically saying. Here's how much you should have to start with, and it should be like. I'm thinking like 1/3 of what you have as far as successful gauges go, or hardened gauges. Character. Let me. This is so weird because for some reason I thought I literally put it as a link, but I'm not seeing it here. There's a page that literally goes if you're just creating like solo characters without the whole literal. Oh, here we go. Okay. Yeah, your total number of hardened gauges divided by 5 should be how many failed gauges you have, or failed notches you have. So however many failed, or however many hardened gauges you have, however many points you have essentially in the 5 gauges, divided by 5, that should be how many failed you started with.
Including the black notches that we get for...
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, I'm looking at Maxwell. You either had 2. Yeah, you should have 1 more somewhere.
I just got both of these today.
Yeah, no, but I'm
No.
looking at, you should have had 2 somewhere before that.
Well, if it's
Like,
two somewhere,
until you reach like 5 and 1, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah,
it's just
I
like
think
you hit some hard shit. It's when you hit like 4 or 5 that becomes a problem.
yeah, I think they would have been under like the reason my gauges are where they are. I think, or like with the black X's, is because I thought that's where the notches were supposed to go.
No, yeah. So you basically had like a number of stuff you could put in. It ends up being a total of, essentially sort of going through and seeing how do you want to set your hardened notches, and then however many hardened notches you set, that divided by 5 is how many failed notches you have.
Yeah.
Do we round up or down?
Round it up.
Okay, so I think I have 13. So I should have
3 failed notches.
And
Oh, I have-
however I like.
Yep.
Oh, so I had 12, so it is rounded up.
Yeah, so you
Oh,
could
should
have
I have
3 failed notches.
two,
Yeah, I had
Places you failed in the
5,
past.
6.
Yeah, I had 2, so I should add 1 more.
Yeah. And I'll click an unnatural because I need another notch.
I'll do 1 failed in unnatural. Or should I do 1 in helplessness?
So while you decide, Max, do you have any failures in self?
Yeah. I earned
Okay,
one
then
today.
that's what my therapy roll was for then. So I think how therapy works is you get to erase it? Question mark?
Yeah, basically you should remove 1 of the failed notches. If you succeed.
Yeah, the problem is I don't oh, found the button. Okay, got it. Like there is a hidden X to remove notches.
Yeah, basically you just click. I think
It's
you clicked
literally-
before the one that you had.
Yeah, it's literally invisible until you hover over it. Anyway.
Okay, so it
I want
sounds
to be
like
related
you
to
end up
my,
leaving the town. Not sure how you haven't ended up being able to fix it, but things are as they were as you left.
I want to make sure that Jason isn't going to try any stupid shit.
Jason seems a little
Good
bit
luck.
like he's been through a lot of shit. Like his self meter is like way low at this point.
Mhm.
He's a little sort of out of it. It'll be a little while before he probably does anything like seriously extreme.
Yeah, I think I probably like give him like a number, like a hotline to call or something. Like if things get rough, just promise you you'll give a call, okay?
Okay. Yeah, he's just kind of nods and yeah, it'll be fine.
Yeah, and we probably warn Ray to like keep an eye on him.
All right,
Yeah, oh
Ray-
fuck, we have to apologize to Ray. Fuck.
Yeah, Ray's just like, yeah, I'll see if he's okay. Like, I'll let you know if anything happens.
We tried.
Only so much you can do.
This isn't the end of things though. We just gotta gather some resources. It's not your fault, kid.
He just kind of nods and sort of heads back. I think overall things are a little rough in the area if you left. But there's only so much you can do at this point because you didn't manage to fix the whole problem.
So close.
Leaving a ghost behind. People are still missing. There's still an area that doesn't show up on any of the maps.
So we just kind of completely failed.
But
But you end up going home
There is no but.
where your life is still happening. Unlike these people
But how many
who
more?
have to deal.
How many more followers
Deal with the
online do I get?
oh my god.
That's the plus to this.
We'll say, we'll say like it kind of changes the way it normally does. And at some point, y'all are driving home, unsure if anything actually changed for the permanent, and go back to your lives.